The following details explain the meanings of the most common error codes in Mabe air conditioners, identified with the letter E, along with their possible solutions. Before analyzing each error, it is important to note that, in many cases, resetting the unit by turning it off and disconnecting it from the power supply for several minutes can resolve some issues. Additionally, depending on the type of error, failures are often caused by loose connections, faulty wiring, or contamination from dust, objects, or insects. If the error code persists after performing these actions, consider the following information. Error code E0. For most units, this indicates an issue with the EEPROM memory parameters on the indoor unit's electronic control board. Solution: A. Disconnect the unit from the power supply. B. Locate the EEPROM memory on the internal control board, identified as an 8-pin integrated component. C. Using a multimeter, measure the resistances near the EEPROM. Replace any defective resistors if necessary. D. Turn the unit back on and check if the error persists. If the problem continues, replace and reprogram the EEPROM or substitute it with one from a similar control board. Error code E1. This indicates a communication failure between the indoor and outdoor units. Solution: A. Check and secure the connections and the communication cable's condition. B. Verify the stability of the power supply voltage. If unstable, consider using a stabilizer. C. Using a multimeter in DC voltage mode, check the signal between the communication cable and neutral. An oscillating value indicates an active signal, while a constant value suggests a communication issue. D. Inspect the optocouplers in the communication circuit. E. If the issue persists, consider replacing the control board. However, in some Mabe inverter air conditioners, error code E1 is related to the ambient temperature sensor located in the indoor unit, whose diagnostics we will cover later. Error code E2. This error refers to a failure in detecting the zero crossing of the AC signal, affecting the operation of electronic components. Solution: A. Check the zero crossing circuit on the indoor unit's control board. B. Inspect the optocoupler, such as PC817, or any component labeled ZCED or 0X. C. Replace damaged components if necessary. However, in some Mabe inverter air conditioners, error code E2 is related to the well or pipe temperature sensor located in the indoor unit's coil, whose diagnostics we will cover later. Error code E3. This indicates that the indoor unit fan speed is outside normal parameters. Solution: A. Clean the fan and ensure no obstructions, verifying the free rotation of the motor shaft. B. If the fan uses a capacitor, check its condition and replace it if necessary. C. Using a multimeter, inspect the triac on the control board that controls the fan. Replace defective components if necessary. Error codes E4, E5, and E6. These codes mostly indicate failures in the indoor unit's temperature sensors. Pipe, well, or coil sensor. Ambient temperature sensor. Solution: A. Test both temperature sensors. B. Disconnect the sensor and measure its resistance with a multimeter set to the kiloohm scale. C. In many Mabe models at 25 degrees Celsius, the resistance should be around 5 kiloohms. If the value differs significantly, replace the sensor. Test that rubbing the sensor with your hand causes the resistance to decrease. D. If the resistance is 0 or infinite, replace the sensor. Error code E7. This indicates that the outdoor unit fan speed is outside normal parameters. Solution: A. Check the fan motor and its control board. B. Clean the fan, ensure no obstructions, and verify the free rotation of the motor shaft. C. If the fan uses a capacitor, test a similar one. Replace damaged components if necessary. However, in some Mabe inverter air conditioners, error code E7 is related to a communication issue whose solution was covered under error code E1. Error code E9. This indicates a communication failure between the indoor and outdoor units. Solution: follow the steps outlined for error code E1. Error code EC. This code indicates a possible refrigerant leak. Solution: A. Clean the air filters. B. Inspect the system for visible leaks, such as oil stains. C. Measure the electrical consumption. Lower than normal consumption may indicate a leak. D. Check the temperature sensors. A faulty sensor can trigger this error. E. Repair the leak and recharge the system with the appropriate refrigerant. F. Ensure that the refrigerant pressure is correct.